Well, first of all, thank you so much to the audience that is gathering today in order to listen to these important opportunities to collaborate among American colleges and Mexican universities also. First of all, in behalf of AMPEI, I would like to thank UTEP for hosting this session, and especially to Arturo, who is one of council, the council board of AMPEI, the supportive one. And well, he's been really supportive to all of the initiatives of AMPEI. Well, especially I want to thank the office of the diplomacy office with the embassy of the United States in Mexico, to our dear friend Lilian de Valcura Ayala, who is always there supporting these initiatives. Thank you so much, Lilian, for being with us this afternoon. And a special thanks also to both consuls, to Consul Eric Cohan with the embassy, well, the consulate, the U.S. consulate in Ciudad Juarez. Thank you so much for setting a time to be with us this afternoon and sharing your thoughts about these important opportunities about the program for the internationalization of the curriculum. Thank you also to the Consul Mauricio Ibarra Ponce de Leon, Consul General of Mexico in El Paso, in the Consulate General of Mexico at El Paso. Thank you to Ofelia Cervantes, who is the executive coordinator for the PIC US-MX. And well, to our friends with Western New Mexico University, the Vice President for External Affairs, Magdalena Manzanares, who is also one of the council board members for AMPEI. And well, they are always willing to support these interesting programs. And with no further remarks, I would like to pass the floor to my dear friend and colleague, Arturo Barrio, who is going to be helping us to moderate this session. Thank you so much, Arturo.
Thank you, Cesar. And we're very grateful to Cesar. He's currently the president of the AMPEI, which is the Mexican Association for International Education. And he's done a great job since he started office. We also wanted to thank everybody who joins us today. Special thanks also to CONAHEC, which is the consortium for higher education in the U.S., Mexico, and also to the Texas International Education Consortium, which is called TIEC in the state of Texas. We're also helping us share this information with Texas universities to be able to join us today. So today we're going to have a presentation from Dr. Cervantes, who's going to share with us the information about this opportunity. Now more than ever, the type of collaboration between U.S. universities and Mexican universities is crucial. And today we're going to hear this presentation, which is going to share new ways to collaborate and important opportunities for U.S. universities to collaborate with Mexican institutions. We're very grateful to the U.S. Embassy, to Consul Cohen, Consul Ibarra, and after Dr. Ofelia's presentations, we'll open up for comments for consuls, and also Lilian, if you'd like to say a few words, we'll appreciate that. So without further ado, I would like to be respectful of everybody's time. I want to thank all our participants. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. And now I would like to go ahead and pass it to Dr. Ofelia Cervantes.
Thank you very much, Arturo. I would like to thank all the participants to be this afternoon with us. It's really a great pleasure and honor to have the chance to share with you this great opportunity to strengthen the collaboration in between Mexican and US and American universities. Arturo, if you would like to start sharing the presentation, please. Okay, so this afternoon, it's a great honor to present the main elements, the justification, and in particular, the opportunities to participate in the program for the internationalization of the curricula that was established in between the United States and Mexico. Please. Could we go to the next one, please? Yes. As we all know, we are facing difficult times. There are several challenges at the world level. Of course, the first problem is the COVID-19 situation, and that has produced several problems at the economic and social level. This is an important time for developing new programs in education, to start promoting innovation and to try to find out how to continue strengthening international cooperation. We have considered different alternatives. And as we all know, there are successful cases, as it is the case proposed by SUNY, the case of the COIL methodology. I would like to explain a little bit more about this. So COIL represents collaborative online international learning. It has been proposed from the State University of New York several years ago. It has been so successful that there are now many institutions, not only in the United States, but all around the world, that are providing different interpretations of the model, if I can say, adaptations of this model. And that's why we have proposed in AMPEI the idea to launch an important opportunity that will provide to American as well as Mexican universities the chance to start working with this methodology. COIL is a teaching learning methodology that provides internationalization strategies using online technologies, providing intercultural experiences and global learning to the classroom. In particular, this is a great chance to be able to continue the internationalization process, but staying at home. Then professors work together to create learning environments where they offer to their students academic content that emphasize collaborative learning, and they share experiences among different students. The courses now, of course, they are proposed online, and they must be defined in different formats using everything that is available now using information technologies. Could we go on? So AMPEI was very, very concerned about the situation and decided to launch this program. The main objective of the program is to contribute to the internationalization of the curricula of higher education institutions applying this COIL methodology. And the main goal is to strengthen academic programs in Mexican and US universities. I would like to underline that this program is part of FOBESI, Foro Bilateral sobre Educación Superior, Innovación e Investigación. Let's continue. We have also specific objectives. In addition to the internationalization of US and Mexican institutions, we would like to promote and support the creation of courses that will incorporate the COIL model. For being able to do it, we will include training, specific training of Mexican and US faculty to be able to apply the COIL methodology. As a result of this collaboration, we would like to encourage the publication of research and experiences that result from the participation of professors and students. This will be like the first step of the collaboration, because we would like also to promote the establishment of new academic scientific cooperation relationships that will also could continue and be formalized in very strong relationships, academic cooperation relationships between participant institutions. Could we continue? This program has received financial support from the Embassy of the United States in Mexico, as well as from Santander. And AMPEI had the initiative and of course, the commitment to develop and execute the program. We have had the support coming out from SUNY that gave us the authorization to use their model and their materials. The program was launched on September 8th, and it is a program, it is planned to develop all those activities during 4 different academic terms. We start last fall 2020. We are working now during the spring 2021. We will be working all this year and also in the following semesters. From the Mexican higher education institutions that have shown to be really experts, leader in the application of the COIL methodology, we have the strong participation of Universidad Autónoma de Chihuahua, Universidad de Monterrey, Universidad Veracruzana, Universidad de Guanajuato, La Salle, as well as Universidad Autónoma de Guerrero. Could we continue? Let's go. But in addition to these strong members of the program, we have also developed strategic alliances to promote the participation of US professors. I would like to underline, and this is an opportunity also to express our gratitude to UTEP for being part of this initiative. Through the participation of universities that are represented in Mexico, as well as other international affair offices, and in addition to organizations that work on international education, we have been promoting and spreading the word of the opportunities to participate. I would like to thank also CONAHEC for all the support they have provided us to let this program to be better known. Could we continue? So, as I was describing, the program was launched in Mexico on September 8th, and we start already to have courses that were announced last semester. We have several Mexican institutions that were interested, and finally, there were 124 Mexican professors accepted to be part of the program. We had participation from universities from several states, all over Mexico, and there were from public as well as private universities. But we also had participation from universities from the United States, from states as Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Connecticut, and so on. We were very happy to be able to start teaching the first COIL courses under this model, and we start with first 2 successful cases. And right now, in this spring, we have 22 teaching teams that are already offering COIL courses following high-level researchers belonging to different disciplines. We have a presence of arts and humanities, business, engineering, sciences, and social sciences. They have already proposed a preliminary content for their COIL courses, and they are eager to find an US faculty that could be interested on becoming a teaching partner. The opportunity to find a good candidate, it's very high because in the COIL model, it's important to have this bilateral experience for working with a professor, in this case from Mexico, usually from another country. But what is important is that the model proposes not only to have international collaboration, but also a multidisciplinary collaboration. So we have witnessed very successful cases where faculty belonging to maybe business could be working with an engineering specialist, or maybe someone from the social science field that could be collaborating with someone else from arts and humanities. So this list is available in our website, and I would like to invite US faculty to search and to explore, because I am fully confident that you will find out the right potential partner with who you could be in the next academic term already teaching a COIL course. Next, please. So what will be the steps to follow? We would like to invite faculty from the United States that are enthusiastic for innovative, collaborative, and interdisciplinary teaching. They should have some information technology skills. And of course, we are sure that they have already experience in instructional design and availability of time. It's important to note that it requires additional time to be invested because first, they need to participate in a training workshop where they will learn all the necessary tools and the main elements of the COIL methodology. In addition, they will be supported to be able to design the component, I mean, the activities and all the content of the characteristics that they will be developing jointly with their teaching partner. In addition to that, they need to be committed to teach the course. So of course, in the following semester, and for that period of time, they will be receiving full support from the members of our team. It's important also to underline that there is no need to cover any fee by US professors that could be interested in participating. So it's absolutely free for US faculty and their institutions. Next, please. Which are the benefits for faculty that decide to participate in our program? They will develop new teaching skills, and they will apply, in particular, those teaching skills to intercultural and bilingual context. As transversal competencies, they will apply information technologies to teaching, and they will discover new ways that could improve the quality of their teaching. They will receive, in addition, coaching from mentors that have a lot of experience on COIL methodology. This support will be provided during the design of their component, as well as during the execution of their courses. And of course, if they are interested to expand their network of academic contacts in Mexico, this is a great opportunity to participate. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah, and could we go back, please? US colleges will also have several benefits. This is a new way, a new mechanism for contributing to the internationalization of the curricula. They will be providing an opportunity to strengthen professional development of their faculty. They will be supporting their faculty to strengthen the collaboration with Mexican partners. And they will have access to an extended network of Mexican universities that are already part of the program. And this is something I would like to underline, because we have already Mexican professors ready to participate. So in some other programs, it requires some time to know somebody else that could be interested. In our case, professors are really ready to start designing the COIL course together and teaching this new course in the following academic term. Next, please. The program then has 4 steps. We are now announcing the call for participation. Then the second step is to register and to be selected to participate. And when a US faculty has already a Mexican partner, they must register together to the COIL design workshop. There are several dates already planned. I will share them with you in a few more moments. And then once they finish the workshop, they are ready to teach their COIL course. So 4 steps. Today is the call for participation. And we will have a new COIL design workshop starting this coming April 16. So this is the moment to register. Next, please. Which are the steps to participate? As I already mentioned, we have already 88 Mexican teaching partners that are searching for a US partner. So the only thing you need to do is to visit our website and to select your Mexican teaching partner. Then to start the conversation with him or her to confirm their interest to be to work together in the PIC US-MX program. Then the US faculty must apply in our website, and they will receive confirmation of acceptance. Once the US partner is registered, as the Mexican partner is already part of the program, they must select together the dates for participating in the COIL design workshop. Once they finish that workshop, they are ready and they can start teaching their COIL course. Next, please. Next, please. But what happens if maybe a US professor has already some kind of academic collaboration and he or she would like to work with the Mexican partner that this is still not part of our program? No problem. They are welcome to also join the program. So the Mexican faculty should confirm the agreement with the US professor, then they must apply to the program. They will receive a confirmation of acceptance, and as in the previous case, they only need to select the date to participate in the COIL design workshop. And of course, in the next semester, they will be able to teach together their COIL course. So as you can see, it is possible to have already a partner or to find a partner among the list of members of Mexican faculty who are already eager to participate with you. Next, please. I already mentioned that as part of the program, we have a training program that in fact offers two kinds of activities. First, the training workshop that includes the fundamentals on the COIL methodology, as well as specific training and advice for designing the COIL component. Our workshop takes 5 weeks, and during that time, professors receive capacitation in a platform, a synchronous platform that is available online. And in addition, they receive support and direct communication with instructors that are there ready to help them to define the activities that will integrate their COIL component. But in addition to that, and something that is really important, is the participation of leading mentors that are COIL experts and that will be coaching the team teaching during the implementation of the COIL component. So two different elements, the training workshop as well as the coaching during the implementation of the program. During that training workshop, professors will get all the tools and knowledge required for having a COIL successful experience. Next, please. Next, please. So, as I said, the workshop includes asynchronous online, the previous one, please. Could we go back, please? I was only describing exactly the workshop. I only wanted to complement the fact that it lasts for 5 weeks. It's available online. They have asynchronous access, but there are every week on Friday live sessions for interacting with instructions and also for exchanging experiences with other participants. This is an opportunity that is complemented with individual orientation sessions. It could be as a team or individually to have specific counseling for the development of their COIL component. At the end of the workshop, the team, I mean the two faculty, must present the complete design of the learning outcomes and all the activities that will be accomplished during the COIL component. So they are really ready to teach their COIL course. Next, continue, please. The next one, please. As I already mentioned, we have the active participation of several higher education institutions in Mexico who are experts in the COIL methodology. Could we go back to the previous one? And then they belong to institutions that have been offering COIL courses during the last several years. So they are really part of our academic team. And I would like to underline the full commitment and support that we have received from Universidad Autónoma de Chihuahua, who in fact has been hosting the technological platform, and the support provided by experts from Universidad de Guanajuato, UDEM, Veracruzana, Guerrero, and La Salle. From those institutions, we have instructors as well as mentors that are fully committed to the successful of the program. Now, could we go to the calendar, please? So during this year, we will be offering several COIL design workshops. The next one, as I already announced, will start on April 16, and it will finish on May 21, where professors will be presenting their results, their COIL courses, and there will be several others. The idea is that we would like to have enough time to confirm who will be the teaching partners on each side, and then they can register into one of those different workshops that will be offered during this year. Let's suppose that, for instance, they start in April or in May. They will be ready for teaching even during the summer session if they want to, or they will be ready for teaching during the fall 2021. If, for instance, they start and they work together in the August workshop, they could even at the end of the workshop still teach during the fall 2021. And then the following workshops will be oriented to prepare teaching teams that could propose their core course in the next semester, I mean, during the spring 2022. There are several dates, and we will be very pleased to start to receive applications from those dates. Could we go to the next one, please? And in addition to that, we have remarked that in several institutions that are just starting to develop the COIL model, it's very important to have somebody who will be in charge of proposing, motivating, promoting, managing all the COIL courses. So that's why we are offering a COIL coordinators workshop that is oriented to international staff who will be in charge of the coordination of COIL courses in their institutions. So the first COIL coordinator workshops or seminar will be proposed this academic term. We will have 2 different sessions. Every session will be of 3 hours, and it will be proposed this first time in Spanish. So we also would like to invite colleagues from US universities that speak Spanish. If they are interested, they are also very welcome to join us. It will be proposed on March 25 and April 15 in sessions that will go from 11 to 2 o'clock. Next, please. I would like to share with you very quickly some elements of the program. We will have the presence of Dr. Francisco Marmolejo, that certainly you know, an expert on international education with different responsibilities around the world. We will have also members of other institutions as Universidad de Colima and Universidad de Guanajuato, experts on the internationalization of the curriculum and as well as policies and strategies to stimulate internationalization at home. Next, please. And in the second session, on April 15, we will have the description of the COIL methodology, both from the administration point of view. We will discuss the profile and the activities that must be undertaken by institutional coordinators, and we will finish this seminar describing cases of success and exchanging experiences among participants that have been teaching and coordinating COIL courses during several years. Next, please. So if you are interested in participating in this seminar, we are inviting you to register. Registration is still open, and you can find more detailed information in our website from AMPEI. Next one, please. So this has been like a general overview of our program for the internationalization of the curricula established in between the United States and Mexico, thanks to the support of the U.S. Embassy in Mexico and Santander, and managed, operated by our Mexican Association for International Education. All the information is available in our website. I would like to invite you to visit the site and please to contact us to ask any other question that you could have. It will be a great pleasure to start receiving, accepting applications from US faculty that could be interested on exploring and living this COIL experience. I am absolutely sure that you will enjoy it, and it will be maybe the first of several COIL courses that you will be teaching in your institution. Now that we are facing all these challenges, that it seems that we have distance that is putting us far from each other, technology is providing us the opportunity to really continue to work together and to offer to our students the opportunity to live an international experience, even from staying at home. Thank you for your interest and your participation. Could we go to the next one, please? The final one, because we have there all the contact information. Arturo, if you could just leave that one, while maybe we have still some questions, or we'll leave the questions to the end. The next one, please. If you could like to take note of our website and the emails where we will be able to answer all your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Felia, very much. Before we pass it on to the distinguished consuls, there were a couple of questions, and I just want to make a couple of them before we pass it on. The first one was, and I think Cesar answered all of it, but one of them was if they was only apply for undergraduate programs or also graduate programs.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question. If
it's open for undergraduate or graduate.
It is open for all different levels. In fact, we have had the experience of combining different levels. No, for instance, graduate students that would like to have participation of undergraduate that will be maybe doing some field work. It could be that case, or they are applying some kind of research methodology on one side, and complementing work is being done in another side. So it's really open to the creativity of faculty. I would like to remember that COIL courses include a specific component that encourage collaboration online, multidisciplinary work, but it belongs to a regular course. So those are regular credited courses that are being adapted to include the COIL experience. So it could be included all kind of combinations, no? Undergraduate as well as graduates, as well as from different fields, and of course, different countries.
Thank you, Felia. And now I would like to go ahead and pass it on to Consul Cohen for his remarks, and then we'll pass it to Consul Ibarra. So Consul Cohen, thank you so much for being with us today.
Sure thing, Arturo, thanks. Let me start out by thanking President Gutierrez and Dr. Cervantes, and of course you, for the kind invitation to participate today. The event today is, to me, a crystal clear example of the close collaboration that you see between AMPEI and UTEP, and among the US and Mexican higher education institutions along our border. I'd also like to give out a special thanks to Dr. Cervantes for her great explanation that we just heard of the COIL methodology. The strong border relationship, I'd also like to say, is made even stronger by the presence of Consul Mauricio Ibarra, who you'll hear from in a moment. He's not only an excellent Mexican Foreign Service officer, but he's also a friend of mine. So thank you, Mauricio, for your enthusiastic support of both AMPEI and COIL. And given our audience, clearly, I know that we all agree on the importance of providing opportunities to bring our students together, because really and truly, they are tomorrow's leaders. A year ago, March 2020, we were very far from imagining that online learning would become what it's become today, which is a life-saving alternative under the limitations that we're under with the pandemic. But despite the considerable challenges of the times, I really am impressed by the resilience, the empathy, the creativity, the enthusiasm, and the adaptability of both students and teachers who've had to overcome really impressive, large challenges. The response of the Mexican professors and scholars to the AMPEI COIL initiative has been truly overwhelming. And I'll share with you just a couple of statistics for you. One is AMPEI's database has more than 120 vetted professors interested in partnering with U.S. counterparts to enrich their course content and give their students international experience. And two, there are already 22 courses underway between private and public higher education institutions from both Mexico and the United States. The challenge now really is to find more U.S. partners to match the outstanding response from our Mexican professors. Even without COVID-19, not every student, of course, can participate in an in-person academic exchange. And so the AMPEI COIL initiative provides really an excellent alternative way that we can use to connect students and professors. To sum this up, there are a lot of important issues on the bilateral agenda, but perhaps none is as rewarding as the mutual understanding that education brings for students, professors, researchers, and staff, both in Mexico and the United States. And congratulations really to all of the key partners that have made this a successful team effort. And that would be AMPEI and the staff, and that includes the initiative's general coordinator and instructors, that includes Banco Santander, and of course, the participating Mexican and US and universities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Consul Cohen, and thank you so much for the continued support you provide to all our students that visit the consulate. We're very grateful for your continued support and for being with us today. Thank you on behalf of everybody. We're grateful for all your support. Now I would like to pass to Consul Ibarra, Mauricio Ibarra, Consul General of Mexico in El Paso. Thank you so much for being with us today. And we were talking before the session how involved you were with FOVESI when you were in the ministry. So we're excited to have you, and thank you so much for being with us, Consul.
Thank you very much, Arturo. A pleasure to be here. But first, I need to recognize, obviously, Cesar Gutierrez, President of AMPEI. I need to recognize Arturo Barrio, who's been always a great partner, and the University of Texas in El Paso. It's a great ally of the Consulate of Mexico. So thank you for this invitation. I would like to recognize Dr. Ofelia Cervantes, and thank you for this explanation of the PIC program. And I would like to say that I'm glad that we have with us the representation of Lilian de Valcourt from the embassy, the U.S. Embassy in Mexico. And I saw somewhere around there Araceli Parte de Arroyo, who has been working in these issues also for a long time. And finally, obviously, last but not least, my good friend and colleague Eric Cohan, that he's a great promoter of every bilateral initiative that we can provide. And I would like to say that it is for me a pleasure to be part of this panel. And I think, I believe it could not have come in a better moment, because I believe in the framework of the pandemic, we have not discussed enough the importance of education. I think at least here at the border, we need to strengthen this important discussion. A few weeks back, I had the honor to welcome to Mexico the Secretary of State during his visit to El Paso and Ciudad Juárez. In my remarks, I highlighted the importance of the border as the Mexican government considers the region of a strong economic development, of technical innovation and research, and a region that clearly provides several educational opportunities. I have to underscore for the people that really don't pay attention to these things, that between El Paso, Ciudad Juárez, and Las Cruces, we have over 30 high-level public and private educational institutions that are training and strengthening the skills of our students in favor of the region's industry. This is a competitive advantage that we should be taking advantage of. No, we should be taking advantage also of the fact that, for example, UTEP is the university they accept the most Mexicans in the United States. And that's why UTEP is such a great ally of us. Whenever I talk about education between Mexico and the US, I have to mention and recognize the work done by Mexico and the US governments through FOVESI. The doctor just mentioned FOVESI, which is the Forum of Higher Education, Innovation and Research. And for those who don't know FOVESI, it is a bilateral mechanism established years back with the objective of defining short and long-term educational strategies, including transborder innovation, scientific collaboration, to promote development and labor force training as a catalyst for greater prosperity. I am convinced that FOVESI has been a success, and it has put together key partners in government, higher education, and the private sector to promote educational collaboration, research, access to quality education, and the much needed educational mobility between both countries. Also, through FOVESI, Several cooperation agreements have been signed between universities of both countries. Memoranda of collaboration has been adopted on internship opportunities, and research and innovation by national centers have been created. And this is all as a result of the bilateral work we have all done under the framework of FOVESI. When I talk about educational issues, I need to underscore the work the Mexican consular network in the US does in favor of strengthening educational opportunities for our diaspora living in this country. As you know, Mexico has 50 consulates in the US. And all of them include scholarships for students and for DACA recipients in collaboration with high-level educational institutions and private entities. Also, this consular network has established what we call educational orientation windows, o ventanillas de orientación educativa, through which we provide the community with information of all educational alternatives that they could take advantage of both in the US and in Mexico. And that is why having the opportunity to talk about programs such as PIC, which includes the COIL methodology, as we have all heard, it's of key importance. And this is an example of a truly binational initiative. Having a pair of professors teaching the same course in Mexico and the US, or developing the same curricula, give a competitive advantage to the students. If we were to strongly promote here at the border that the US teachers teach in Mexico and the Mexican teachers teach in the US the same subject, I believe it will also provide the students with a different perspective of the same issues, broadening his or her understanding of a specific situation and better preparing them for the most competitive labor market which we face today. I would like to conclude saying that we all should strengthen the promotion of bilateral education programs such as PIC and mechanisms such as FOVESI, especially here at the border region. I always mention whenever I give a speech or I talk about these issues, how we need to change the perception people have about the border. And if we truly want to promote awareness of what the border truly entails, we need to start highlighting the best that the border has to offer. And in this case, the educational opportunities that this region can provide to a student in different subjects, and how the curricula at different higher level educational institutions and all professors aim to prepare students for a highly technical new environment and provide them with the proper tools to work along the value chain of products that crosses the US-Mexican border every day. These is the things that we should be all talking on a daily basis, but not only here at the border, but outside. I believe, and I'm a truly believer that this type of very important issues should be out there and everybody should know about them so that they can really know what the border communities are about, what educational opportunities we have here at the border. And that's why I want to thank all of you for organizing this type of webinar where we can raise these important issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Consul. And you know, we're very lucky in the region to have, you know, Consul Cohen and you, you know, supporting all the students through different programs, as you mentioned. And of course, IMEBECAS is an important program that you know, many of our students have been benefited from. So we're trying to increase this type of collaboration and opportunities. So I don't know if there are any additional questions or any other comments that we might have. I know there were people in the chat asking regarding the list, Ophelia, the list of the Mexican counterparts that might be available. I believe they're updating it. Cesar, you were sharing with me that they are updating the list, but we will be glad to share that list with you and see if there are any comments or anything else that you might like to comment on. Cesar, do you have any additional comments or questions?
Well, as you say, Arturo, we will be really glad to provide the list of the faculty that is already prepared with the COIL methodology through PIC US-MX. And if you will be so kind to provide us your email, that way Ophelia can send you the list in a PDF format. It's very interdisciplinary. We have all sorts of different fields of knowledge ready for you that are interested in collaborate with Mexican faculty. And we will really gladly provide that information to you. Again, I would like to give a really special thank to both Mexican and U.S. consulate for joining us in this session. And a special thank to Lillian, because she's been an asset to this program. I would like to remark that through a grant that was provided through the U.S. Embassy, is that this program is being available through this joint venture through AMPEI, the U.S. Embassy in Mexico, and Santander Universidades. Thank you so much, Lilian, again. And well, thank you, Consul Cohan. Thank you, Mauricio. It's been a pleasure to get to know you, at least virtually. Hopefully, when the pandemic is over, we can join together and have a really interesting conversation. Thank you to all of the faculty with the different borderland universities that set a time. We know that we are during the spring break, but still there is a lot of faculty interested in this session. And for sure, I saw that some of the questions were that if we are going to be able to provide the PowerPoint presentation and the recording of the session. And please come with that, and we'll send it to you through the email and through the social networks of AMPEI, and I guess that Arturo through YouTube is going to be helping us also. Thank you so much to everyone. And Arturo, I don't know if you want to close with some remarks.
I'm trying to put on the chat the email for that they can email Ophelia directly. I don't know if you can include your email on the chat to panelists and all attendees.
Sharing it directly.
Excellent. Well, I just want to thank everybody, and thanks to all the attendees that were with us today. Thank you so much for making time. We truly believe there's a unique opportunity, and thank you, Lillian and Araceli and the U.S. Embassy for this program, and AMPEI as well, because we're trying to figure out, new innovative ways to collaborate among the U.S. universities and Mexican universities. Like Consul Cohen and Consul Mauricio mentioned, there's a lot of response from the Mexican institution. There's a lot of interest. We thank, as we mentioned, CONAHEC and also TIEC for sharing with their members to see if we can get additional U.S. faculty members that might be interested in building these bridges. Currently is virtual bridges, but in the future, we will be able to continue collaborating. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, consuls. I don't know if anybody else would like to mention anything from our panelists before we, yes, Consul Ibarra?
Actually, I just wanted to mention that anything that the Consulate of Mexico in El Paso can do to support any educational initiative, please let us know. Initiative or a type of contact that we can provide in supporting these bilateral education initiatives, if we can do something to support the PIC.
Of course, thank you so much, Consul Ibarra. For sure, we are really interested in the help that the U.S., the Mexican consulate can provide us. And as you mentioned in your participation, indeed, this borderland region, it's a pretty interesting area to strengthen collaboration between Mexican and American universities, since there are an important number of higher education institutions in this radius. I will say in this area we have NMSU, we have Western New Mexico, we have UTEP, we have the community colleges, we have UACJ, we have WACH. So we have plenty of universities that can work together, and we thank you so much for all of the help that you may provide. And well,
we just got some questions, Cesar, that I don't know if we can answer before we close.
Sure, let's do it. And I wanted to thank you to thank Sean Manley Casimir with CONAHEC, who is being really supportive to all AMPEI initiatives this far. Yeah, please go ahead, Arturo.
So one of the questions is if early childhood education and teacher preparation is included.
Please, Ophelia.
Sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
Yes, is early childhood education and teacher preparation included?
Yes, it is. You can search on the list, and you will have a specialist on education, especially in that period of in that period of time. Yes, early childhood.
Thank you. There's another.
Sorry, go ahead. No,
go ahead.
Arturo. Yes, I only wanted to complement the fact that participants have a very high-level academic profile. So you will find experts on different fields, and I'm really proud to mention that, because there are several faculty that got their PhD in the United States or in other different countries abroad, and they belong to the national research system that only recognizes high-quality work. So it will be a very rich and successful experience if you try to combine your interest, not only for the specific discipline, but about the way it is proposed and thought in Mexican universities. So it's really interesting, I think, for US faculty.
Thank you. And the other question was if social work was also included, and I believe Cesar responded that it's also included.
And there are several professors from social work.
And we would like to...
Health, for instance, they could be applied. We have experts from health and medicine in particular.
Thank you, Felia. We would like to welcome our friends from New Mexico. We have a representative from Eastern New Mexico University, also Magdaleno Manzanares for Western New Mexico. So thank you so much for being with us. The other question that we had, and I'm going to open up to the panelists, is if we can talk a little bit more about becas and apoyos for students and faculty. Any scholarships opportunities? If anybody would like to talk a little bit on it. Or,
you mean for Mexican or for US students?
It just says for students. I think it's probably for Mexican students.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe Mauricio is better placed for that.
Well, yes, if I can, throughout the year we provide scholarships with high-level institutions such as UTEP, NMSU, and El Paso Community College. And this is, as Arturo was mentioned, in the IMEBECAS program. And how it works is that the government of Mexico provide certain resources, and educational institutions double that amount so that we can include more students. The process, it's depending on each university, and I think, Arturo, you can talk more about it, but there's always a call, and they decide who they can provide the scholarship to. But throughout the year, we have had different types of scholarships. So what I would like to tell everybody is that you follow us on our social networks, and you follow the universities, because we are on a constantly basis announcing the type of support that we can provide to the community. And it's for students. If you have a lower level educational institutions, for example, or schools, we provide also through books in Spanish for the community, etc. But scholarships, throughout the year, we have different types of programs, and we'll be sure and reach out to us in case you want to have a specific list of things that we are working on this year.
Thank you, Consul. For UTEP specifically, there's a couple of things that I will recommend to do. One of them, and my good friend Blanca Carrasco is with us today, and she worked really hard when she was at the graduate school. When you go to the graduate school, there's a link specifically for funding or paying your tuition, and you can, it specifically has a link for becas para estudiantes mexicanos. And also at the scholarship office, there's a link where you can see all the available scholarships, and if it's for Mexican students, for international or national, there's an array of opportunities that, like Consul Ibarra mentioned, we just we'd like for you to visit and have that information. And if you have any questions or you need additional information specifically, we will be glad to send that to you. I put my email in the chat. And we also have a couple of agreements with the states, with Durango and Chihuahua, and they also offer additional scholarships, but we will be glad to send that information. I'm putting my email again on the chat. If you have any questions on that, please let us know and contact us. And Cesar, consuls, we're right on the hour. I don't know if there's any final comments or final remarks. We want to thank everybody. Also, we have Araceli mentioned the Comexus scholarship. Thank you, Araceli, for including that as well. And the Fulbright, there's different, and Consul Ibarra is a Fulbright, right, scholar. So have great examples of Fulbright. So there's a lot of opportunities. We would like for you to reach out, through AMPEI, through us. Just don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions or comments. Any additional final remarks, Consul?
I just wanted to add, Arturo, that I already placed on the chat the link with the information about the faculty that is already prepared to start collaborating from the Mexican side. You can only click through the link and then you will find the bulletin. It's a PDF document with all of the information in regard to the disciplines and the institutions where this different Mexican faculty is available.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and reply to the person that had put it on the Q&A so everybody can see it and they can have that as well. There we go. Excellent. Well, thanks everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Lilian. Thank you, Araceli. Thank you, Consul Cohen. Thank you, Consul Ibarra, Ofelia. Thank you so much for sharing this great information. Cesar, congratulations for your work on AMPEI, and thanks to everybody that joined us today. We're very grateful for your time. And please let us know. We're going to continue having this information sessions, and Araceli and all the embassy team and the consular teams, thank you for continuing looking for these opportunities for our faculty and our students. Thank you very much. We hope you have a great evening.